Hello and welcome to German Lessons with Mr. Ferguson. Hallo und herzlich willkommen zum Deutschunterricht mit Herrn Ferguson. Diese grammatische Stunde ist, wie man das Verb lassen benutzt. How to use the verb lassen. Before wir anfangen, please remember to like this video. Bitte klickt gefällt mir and to subscribe to my channel. Bitte vergesst nicht zu abonnieren. If you're enjoying my videos, please do consider buying me a coffee by clicking the banner now. These donations allow me to produce exciting new content whilst keeping it free to access on YouTube. Danke im Voraus. Thanks in advance. In this lesson, we'll be looking at how to use the verb lassen, which is a verb you should really look to master if you want to reach B1 to C2 level. Lassen has a few translations, but the most common ones are to let or to allow, and we'll look at how these differ shortly. The first thing you need to know is that it's a strong verb. If you're not sure what I mean by a strong verb, it's a good idea to click the banner now to recap irregular verbs in the present tense. The verb lassen has a vowel change of a to a umlaut, and so it conjugates in the present tense as ich lasse, du lässt, sie, es, man lässt, wir lassen, ihr lasst, and sie oder sie lassen. The verb lassen has the past participle gelassen, which is used with the helping verb haben. In this form, we can think of lassen as meaning to leave, as in to intentionally leave behind. Ich lasse mein Handy im Auto. I am leaving my phone in the car. The verb lassen can also be combined with the verbs liegen, to lie, as in lie down, and stehen, meaning to stand, which can then mean to unintentionally leave behind or to forget something. You use liegen if the object you have forgotten cannot stand up on its own, or if it was lying down, and you use stehen if the object is left standing. When combined with another verb in its infinitive, such as stehen and liegen, the past participle of lassen is simply lassen, as you will see here. Ich habe meinen Schlüssel auf dem Tisch liegen lassen. I left my key lying on the table. Wir haben den Koffer in der Lobby stehen lassen. We left the suitcase standing in the lobby. You can also combine lassen with the verb fallen, as in to let fall or to drop. Oh nein, ich habe das Glas fallen lassen. Oh no, I dropped the glass. When combining lassen with an infinitive that is not stehen, liegen or fallen, the meaning changes to arrange something or to have something done. For example, ich lasse meinen Laptop reparieren. I am having my laptop repaired. Wir lassen das Wohnzimmer streichen. We are having the living room painted. If you use lassen with an infinitive and a direct object, the meaning becomes to allow something to happen. If you aren't sure what I mean by the direct object, you should go back and watch my accusative case explanation video by clicking the banner now. Sie lässt die Kinder eine Stunde fernsehen. She lets the kids watch TV for 1 hour. Lässt seinen Bart wachsen. He is letting his beard grow. If the subject, as in the person or the thing doing the action, and the direct object, as in the previous examples, are the same person or thing, the verb is reflexive, sich lassen. If you combine this with an infinitive, this means to allow something to happen to the subject. If you need to recap reflexive verbs, you can click this banner now. Lässt sich operieren. He is allowing himself to be operated upon, as in, he is having an operation. Ich lasse mich tätowieren. I am allowing myself to be tattooed, as in, I'm getting a tattoo. The combination of sich lassen, used with an infinitive, can also mean it is possible to do something, or it can be done. For example, die Tür lässt sich nicht öffnen. The door does not allow itself to be opened, or the door can't be opened. Der Tumor lässt sich entfernen. The tumor can be removed. Es lässt sich nicht leugnen, dass. It cannot be denied that. This final example is a very useful phrase for written work, particularly in exams when you have to write a convincing argument. The word das here is a subordinating conjunction, or boot word, and if you aren't sure what I mean by that, it's a good idea to go back and watch my explanation of these by clicking the banner now. Es lässt sich nicht leugnen, dass Herr Ferguson ein guter Lehrer ist. It cannot be denied that Mr. Ferguson is a good teacher. To give you a bit more of an understanding of lassen in the perfect tense, I wanted to outline when we use gelassen as the past participle and when we keep just lassen. If lassen is the main verb, then we use gelassen to mean left, as we discussed at the start of this video. Wir haben die Bücher zu Hause gelassen. We left the books at home. If lassen is used with an infinitive, the verb lassen appears at the end of the Shep sentence, unchanged, even if it's reflexive. Wir haben die Akten im Büro liegen lassen. We left the files lying in the office. Meine Eltern haben sich scheiden lassen. My parents got divorced. The final aspect of the verb lassen is using it as an instruction by using something called the imperative. If you aren't sure what I mean by the imperative, it's a good idea to go and watch my imperative mood video by clicking this banner now. In this mood, we combine the verb lassen with the accusative case pronoun uns, meaning us, to convey the meaning of let's, which in English is short for let us. As there are 3 forms of you in German, we can use 3 different forms of lassen to create instructions. For du, the you in the informal singular, we use the stem of the verb lassen, which is lass. Lass uns ins Museum gehen. Let's go to the museum. For ihr, the informal plural form of you, we simply use the ihr form of the verb lasst. Lasst uns Popcorn kaufen. Let's buy popcorn. For sie, the formal form of you, we use the infinitive lassen combined with the pronoun sie. Lassen Sie uns das besprechen. Let's discuss that. And so, that's all there is to know about the verb lassen and the many ways in which it can be used in German. It's a good idea to pause the video now to recap what we've covered. Remember that the verb lassen is very versatile and can really help you to achieve more accurate translations, so it's well worth mastering. If you need to recap the perfect tense, you can do that by checking the link in the description for this video. Habe ich etwas vergessen? If you're a native German speaker and think I've forgotten something important about the verb lassen, or if you use it in a different way to those I've mentioned, please let me know in the comments. Bitte schreibt einen Kommentar. Also, please remember to click subscribe to receive all of my German lesson videos, language learning tips, and updates. You can also follow me on Instagram with the username Herr Ferguson and on Twitter under @Herr Ferguson. Otherwise, from me, it's Danke und auf Wiedersehen.